What if the Chicago Bears are on the brink of a seismic shift that could redefine the franchise's future? Are we witnessing the dawn of a new era that might erase the pain of past disappointments, breathing life back into the dreams of every loyal Bears fan? Hit that like button. Subscribe for all the latest on this hill we're climbing together. And I need you in the comments. Are you ready for the Bears to shake off the shadows and step into the light? Rumors are swirling like a fierce Chicago wind, whispers from the depths of Hollis Hall that could change everything we thought we knew about our beloved team. Inside source hint at a bold extension that has some die-hard fans raising eyebrows, while others grapple with an uneasy heart. It's not just any extension. It's a 3-year commitment to Ryan Poles, locking him into 2029 alongside the newly acclaimed head coach, Ben Johnson, a relationship forged out of welcome uncertainty yet electric potential. This is huge. Folks, an alignment of powers that hasn't been seen in Chicago in far too long. You have to ask yourself, what does this really mean? Why would the front office pull the trigger now, when the Bears sit somewhat uneasily at a disheartening 15-36 under Poles' tenure? This isn't just about football on the field. This is about loyalty, partnership, and an understanding that has been absent in years past. Think of the times we've seen coaches and GMs at odds with quarterbacks who lack direction, all while legends like Peyton and Urlacher looked on in spirit, longing for a return to greatness. Will history repeat itself, or are we destined to watch a thrilling new chapter unfold before our eyes? The stakes here are so high, my fellow fans. What if this gamble works? What if Poles turns the tide, drafts a franchise-altering quarterback like Caleb Williams, and all of a sudden we find ourselves in contention? Imagine for a moment a dynamic offense led by a visionary head coach and a quarterback who finally embodies the ferocity of a Bears legend. But what if it doesn't? What if we dig ourselves deeper into the abyss of mediocrity, all because of a miscalculated play? That's the ugly specter lurking in the shadows, waiting to pounce as the drama unfolds. And just when we thought we had answers, all we're left with is more questions. What happens next? Could Poles be at the helm for a renaissance, or will these extensions echo the failure and fright of seasons past? Keep your eyes peeled. My friends, trust me, you won't want to miss where this roller coaster is headed. Part 2 is coming, and you won't want to be the one left in the dust when the real twists reveal themselves. Let's stand up, Chicago. Let's raise our voices and our glasses high to the ghosts that haunt the Windy City. Because every Bears fan worth their salt knows the painful truth etched into our hearts. 2010, 2018, the double doink. Those moments felt like a punch in the gut, but we're still here, unwavering in our loyalty, intoxicated by the hope of what could be. But as we lean closer to the precipice of this season, it's time to confront the chaos. The unshakable belief mingled with a sickening fear. What if our current trajectory is but a mirror reflecting our tortured history? What if the franchise that gave us legends like Singletary and Urlacher is teetering on the brink again, haunted by the specter of mediocrity, just waiting to pull us into the abyss once more? The reality is, Hollis Hall is buzzing with uncertainty. You think the front office is ready for a rebuild? You think they're willing to unveil that next chapter in the book of our saga? Now, imagine if the whispers of discontent escalate within the locker room, like the frost creeping in from Lake Michigan. Players looking at each other, uncertain whether the call to arms will lead to glory or march us back into oblivion. You feel it, don't you? The doubt creeping in like the lake wind off Soldier Field in December, chilling our ambitions as rumors swirl like a vortex between Daryl and the franchise, the enigmatic leader with a potential or a problem. I can't shake the uneasy sensation that even our rivals, especially those cheeseheads and frozen Vikings, are licking their lips at the prospect of our confusion. Can you hear them now? Laughing as they see us thrash about in a quest for identity as we try to infuse life into a somewhat soulless offense, or as they think about our defensive missteps igniting hope yet again in their hearts. The echoes of '85, where defense was our calling card, now replaced with a panicked urgency, each bad route run, each missed tackle, bringing us closer to another spiraling catastrophe. Because we know it all too well, don't we? The haunting fear of, will this season mark our redemption or drag us further into the mire of disappointment? After all, that's what we exist between. The stories of Hester electrifying the crowds, the dreams that rise like smoke from old cigars at the corners of our favorite bars, only to be extinguished on the cold DMP turf of Soldier Field. It's a gut-wrenching cycle that keeps repeating, and we are cast as the unwilling protagonist in a tragic play that never seems to end. And as we stand in this moment, teetering on the unknown's edge, we grapple with unshakable questions. What if we're witnessing the same fatal flaws of execution and communication that shattered our dreams in 2010 against the Packers, or the heartbreaking misplay that turned our Super Bowl aspirations into a quick fading memory in 2006? This is not just about football anymore. It's about our pride, our shared memories of the fierce loyalty that binds us to this franchise. But there, it is again, the gnawing worry. Is history doomed to repeat itself? Will we watch once more as the world's beloved Bears crumble underneath the weight of expectations that seem impossible to bear? Or will we find that spark, born of camaraderie and talent, that could ignite a rampage across the league, bringing youth back to glory? The question looms like a shadow over our hopes, simmering beneath our unwavering spirit. In the face of adversity, we are still fiercely devoted. However, in the quiet corners of our minds, we cannot escape the fear that perhaps this is just the calm before the storm. So, are we destined to watch our dreams collapse under the weight of a misguided game plan? Or will we rise from the ashes of our annals, screaming for hope, marching towards brilliance, willing to lay everything on the line to reclaim what this city was built on? Can our principles of pride and redemption withstand the tides? What if this time we refuse to accept anything less than greatness? Because let's be real, we're tired of the same old song. And so I ask you this, when the clock runs out this season, will we be the authors of our own story, finally weaving the glorious tapestry of victories we've waited so long to embrace? Or will we be left staring in disbelief as yet another chapter ends in heart-wrenching despair? What if this time we refuse to accept anything less than greatness? Because let's be real, we're tired of the same old song. And so I ask you this, when the clock runs out this season, will we be the authors of our own story, finally weaving the glorious tapestry of victories we've waited so long to embrace? Or will we be left staring in disbelief as yet another chapter ends in heart-wrenching despair?